Do you find it very hard to part with money, personal possessions, and material things? Guess what? The more you hold on to them, the more you scare away new things from coming to you. Hi and welcome to Bossing with Annie. My name is Annie, and given what I just said, today we're going to be discussing how to stop being close-fisted, how you can be more generous and avoid being careless at the same time. At the end, I'll share some affirmations you can say to help you make progress with this. But before I go on, as usual, I'd like you to please hit the red subscribe button below and like this video. Now, holding on to things stems from the mentality that you can't have more or even better. And this blocks your mind from seeing ways to actually receive more. I used to be like this, hesitating to say yes, because I always thought I was not enough, and I was always afraid that I would run out of or get into financial troubles for no reason. Now, the first thing you need to do is to identify the reasons why you don't like to give. Is it from a past experience of lack? Or you don't just like people having what you have? If it is from a place of fear of lack, ask yourself, is this really the truth? Will I actually lose everything forever if I give the person what I have? I'm going to be quoting some scriptures from the Bible to back up my point, okay? So for this first point, see Phillipians 4 verse 19. You need to know the root cause of why you don't like to give so that you can confront it. It's most likely a lie that your mind is telling you, and you need to uncover what's blocking you from seeing the bigger picture and the bright sides of giving. After confronting your reasons, you understand that it's a small thing you are capable of defeating. Secondly, think of why you should give. For one, giving stirs up some kind of joy inside of me when I give. I'm not sure if other people feel the same way. It feels like I just got released from a cage. You should also give because you're opening yourself up to receiving. So because you're not holding on to these things, you will believe that you will get it back, and you will. In this way, you're not blocking yourself from seeing possible ways you can get more in return. Now, I'm not saying that you should give solely because you always expect something in return, because sometimes you may not get anything in return, or it will not come in the form that you expect, but it will be worth it. Thirdly, stop operating with scarcity mindset. You need to deal with this totally in the way you think, the way you plan, and the way you operate. Stop believing that you don't have enough or you can't have enough, and you need to hold tight to what you have on ground so that you don't lose it. So when it comes to giving and you observe that you always get anxious about your possession leaving you, or you even get scared when something is coming in, you're just going to end up chasing more from coming to you. Stop depriving yourself of what's available to you because you believe that it will finish, or because you are saving for rainy days. Now, don't get this part wrong. I don't mean that you should not save for rainy days or towards your goals, but don't overdo it. You have immediate, urgent needs, and you say you are saving for rainy days. What rainy days? Well, when urgent situations come up, just see it as your rainy day, okay? There's a way to allocate money for all these things, unforeseen emergencies, for flex, for needs, for everything, but I'll touch that in a separate video. Adopt the abundance mindset instead, that more will come back to you as you give. So let's move on to practical things you can start doing to eliminate stinginess. Number one, start keeping a generosity journal. Do you know that joy that comes when you start doing something new? Keeping a generosity journal is one. Just like what a gratitude journal does, it serves as a track record that shows that you're making progress. So if you ever feel like you're not moving forward with your plans, you can always look back at it. Now, this is very different from tracking all the good that you've done for people so you can pat yourself on the back and hold it to their account. No, it's just a temporary way for you to know that you're working towards something, and it's a way to keep you consistent. So for every generous act you make, write it down. And now this is just until giving becomes a part of your lifestyle. The good thing is that if there is nothing in that journal at all, you would know that you're not improving at all. 2, challenge yourself to start saying yes to people that ask you if you have anything without thinking first. Yes first, then think after. This has worked for me, okay? And if you do try any of these tips I'm sharing and it works for you, please don't hesitate to come back and comment, okay? Before, I would automatically just say no because I believe that I would run short. Maybe I won't have it anymore. But I started doing this and it has helped me find ways to give. Before, I wouldn't even think whether I had excess or not. But now, I don't even think twice. I don't care. I'm just going to say yes, I have. But don't get me wrong, it wasn't that bad. It was not every time. It was just like sometimes, and certain things, certain possessions that, I just found it hard to part with. It was not like everything people asked me and I'll say no, I was not that terrible. Or better still, you can take a moment to think about whether you have it or not before you give the person an answer. You can say something like, let me check, or something. This is so that you don't raise people's hopes unnecessarily in case you really don't have. The most important thing is that you shouldn't be too quick to give an answer that comes out as no. For scriptural backing, see 1 Timothy 6 verse 18 to 19. But still here, you need to be reasonable with this one. Like, you don't just say yes to everybody. There are some instances where you need boundaries and the answer just has to be a no. For example, when somebody asks you for money and you know they are using it for bad things, you can decide not to give that person money. Don't fund evil agenda. Don't waste on people that are not ready to be resourceful. 3, once you've given out something, learn to take your mind and your eyes off it. If not, you've not truly given. A person might identify as generous but might still be regretting or holding the receiver to account, or even believe that they can take back what they give from the person whenever they want. That is not how to give. If you've given something, it's gone. Cancel it. Cancel it from your mind as yours. It is not yours anymore. It is now theirs. Do not think too much about it. That is why you don't have to give what you really can't give. Nobody is forcing you to give. If you want to give from the bottom of your heart. If you don't want to give, don't give. No, I mean, if you're a stingy person, you definitely don't want to give. So yeah, in this case, you have to push yourself to give, okay? See 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7. If you keep thinking about it, or you keep telling people, or reminding the person that you did a favor for them, or you gave them something, and you keep making them feel like they owe you, that means you haven't truly given. Number 4, identify ways you can practice generosity. You can start by giving small items gradually. Think of random acts of kindness, like spontaneously buying your siblings or your colleagues snacks, or giving cash to people on the street. This way, you're training yourself such that even when you have little, you are still able to give. I've said it before, if you wait till you have a lot before you start giving, you may never give. So you need to start now with the little that you have. I don't believe that anything is too little to give. Then you can take it up a notch by looking for people that need things. And then you can commit to giving on particular times. For example, you can look for NGOs or orphanages. Buy food, buy clothes, give them money, anything. You can even take it further up a notch by challenging yourself. Give out something that will bust your brain. Something you deeply believe that you could not part with. Give it out and see how relieved you will feel. You see, these things, these material possessions, all these things that we hold so tight, they are bondage, but we don't even know. So for example, that gown that you love so much, try giving it out. Or to even shock yourself, give out money that you cannot spend on yourself at once. Yes, just surprise yourself. It could be anything. It could be a small thing that you hold so dear. These things are idols, but we don't know. So when you start doing these things, you'll realize that giving is not causing you lack or scarcity. So you realize that because you are able to let go of things, you embrace new ideas, new opportunities, new strategies to make and receive more. The more you give, the more you receive, whether directly or indirectly. The more you withhold, the less you will have. That's all you have because that's all you believe that you can ever have. See Proverbs chapter 11 from verse 24 to verse 27. Finally, I would like to conclude by saying that giving and generosity doesn't stop at material things. It could be knowledge, leadership, even referring people to someone who can help, or hooking them up with information that will help them thrive is generosity. See Romans chapter 12 verse 8. Do not gatekeep. There is no gain in doing that. You'll just give yourself headache by holding too much information. You are keeping so much of it in your head that you're not even airing them out. I'm just joking. So here are some affirmations to take away, recite, and meditate on. I am a cheerful giver, generous to myself and to others. Of course, you can be stingy to yourself. You deprive yourself from enjoying the good things of life because you're afraid that it will finish. That's what the affirmation is for. I am not stingy or miserly. When I or people ask me if I have, my first answer is yes. There is abundance available to me and I call it forth. I do not plan, pray, or operate with a scarcity mindset. I never run out of money. I am never broke. More comes back as I give. Money doesn't run away from me. I attract money. I am not scared and I do not get anxious because of money. Thanks for watching. I would like to know if you learned something new that you will be practicing. And I would really love you to come back and leave a comment on whichever tip works for you, alright? Please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. Share with somebody who will find this helpful. You can also join our community for boss girls to interact with like-minded people, learn, share, and grow on your journey to becoming a boss girl. Find the link in the description below. This is Bossing with Emi, and I'll see you in my next. Please do have a good time and keep bossing. See you and bye.